Is it working? Literally losing my mind. Oh my god. Or did I schedule it for 3 minutes? Let's find out. Hello. Is it working? Just losing my mind at this point. I'm really hoping someone's gonna tell me if it's working. Can you hear me? Am I the right way up? And do you guys also have some mics? Yes, it is working. I hope it's working. I now have to go and delete like the 5 live streams that I've made in order to try and get this one to work. Oh, this is like, usually I'm like late to a live stream because I'm like eating or something. I'm never usually late because of technical difficulties. So this is, as you can imagine, incredibly frustrating. I literally have like a million live streams by accident, but the problem is they're all like the same. I've used the same like thumbnail made for it. No, this is gonna be really confusing. Oh dear, it's just delete forever. There we go. I understand, deleting this forever can't be undone. Hi guys, how are you all doing? I'm just wow. I'm having one of those days when nothing is happening the way that I want it to happen. It's like the world heard. Oh, she wants to do a live stream. You know, we're gonna do everything in our power to fuck that up. So here we are. I knew I was onto something when I brought the bottle in here with me. My mum was like, are you not overreacting? I'm like, apparently not anymore. So that's good. That makes me happy. It's fine. I'm balancing it out with normal water as opposed to, well, there is a hierarchy of waters, so that's fine. But guys, I'm literally losing my mind. Are we all at this point? Because I've definitely just lost it. I'm just deteriorating in every way. I'm deteriorating in every way. I know I'm not the only one who feels that though, so that's something. How are you guys doing? Tell me. I need to share this, otherwise other people will not know that it's there. And I really hope that you can't hear the fly that's buzzing around. And I hope that the frame rate of this camera isn't fast enough that you can't see it either, because that would be annoying. Right, how do I share this? I'm really not in okay. Very low quality, but I promise you the content is high quality. Yeah. There we go. I can see your comments. That's good. Hello. Welcome all. How have your days been going? I'm just gonna tweet this. Got it to work. Turns out I had to rotate my phone before I went live. The things you learn under pressure, guys, and you never forget them because Alice has tweeted me doing this. Oh, it wasn't going very well, was it? I did my best. This is why I haven't been doing like vlogs or anything, because all it would do is like chronicle my like slow mental deterioration. We just don't need that energy. Or maybe we do, and we all need to know that we're not alone in this. And this is just the general state of everyone's mental health, and that you're in fact not the exception, because everyone feels at the moment. Ooh, the lighting from the live stream. How are we all doing? Hello. Everything's going wrong because of COVID. Try and go with the flow. We are all trying to go with the flow. Oh, how are you guys doing? Chaotic energy. I don't even mean to be chaotic. My brothers are making fun of the like crackhead sort of like comments I've made when I'm like, of my video from 2 years ago being like, I had such crackhead energy, and then them being like, oh, that's such a classic white girl thing to say, being like, I have such crackhead energy, oh my god, I'm crazy. I am an embarrassment. But that's nothing new. Yes, Alice, we are the right way around this time. Results came out. I'm going to KC in September. Congratulations, Monica. That's so exciting. When do results come out for like A-levels and stuff? I thought don't they come out in like August? How are you guys doing? How are those of you who how are those of you who have got exams and stuff? Like, well, we're supposed to have exams because you guys didn't have them in the end, did you? Doing A-levels. Ah, you're not doing A-levels. Are you an international student, Monica? Uni results came out. Ah, greetings from Poland. Hello. So you guys got all of your uni results. So you guys didn't have to do exams, but you guys all got your uni results. Did you all have to like internal testing? Monica's Bulgarian. Ah, okay. I had to do my uni exams at home. It was the weirdest thing. That must have been very, very bizarre. I remember Adam had to do like tests, and I think he's had to do, I think they all get internally marked, or like whether you get predicted grades, because at school we did like pre-U, so you don't actually, I only did one A-level, and we have a lot of things to do with like predicted grades. In Egypt we made essays. That's a good one. They had to do essays. Oh, and most of your work was already done. I personally don't like exam systems anyway. I think we should do, for example, like at A-level, I think you should do so much more like coursework. If it was like, imagine how good it would be if it was like 50-50 coursework exams. That would be so much better. Because like at uni, I only did like a handful of exams, so I don't understand why people like train you to learn to do exams. Because isn't that such a flawed system anyway? Because it's teaching you basically how much you can cram and like your short-term like memory and like ability to retain information over a short period of time, rather than actually teaching you any life skills. Like, cause that's what our course, well, the fact that we had to write essays for uni did more. Uni exams at home were very strange. I can only imagine, like, whenever we get an open book exam as well, I think I had maybe like one or two, like that was also really weird. And I think my brother for uni had to do some take-home exams as well. I had lab work, which is my exams weren't so detrimental. Interesting. Yeah, I really wish we'd do more stuff that isn't like just a straight up exam. The autumn term for my year abroad has just been cancelled and now I'm doing that online. It's going to be interesting. I'm so sorry, that really sucks. Where were you going to go? Like, I wish they made like year abroads, because the French students got priority. See my mum? She was just there. But then like all the French kids got priority to go to the Sorbonne, which is like fair enough, but then give Complet a different thing. So I may or may not still have this like fantasy of moving to Paris for a bit. It's definitely got nothing to do with my love of the film Ratatouille. So I was definitely not earlier looking at how much rent is for like a decent apartment for a month. It's definitely not what I was just doing. And definitely wouldn't be, because for film school we have quite long sort of like holidays, like a month plus, so definitely wasn't considering. Maybe I'm just by the door. Definitely maybe not thinking about moving to Paris for a month in between my school terms next year. It's definitely not been on my mind. Is my mum doing laps around the garden or something? So our compost bin is like around the other side of the garden, so like she just go around, and she likes to survey her domain, and you know, all the work she's been doing in the garden. She's obviously thrilled that it's been a mixture of like thunderstorming and really like sunny weather, so that's a good balance. We planted potatoes recently, and we're getting the daily updates of, have you seen how much the potatoes have grown? Mum? Mama? She's thrilled because she says, she's claiming they're growing like 10 centimetres a day, which is not true, but it appears so that's exciting. How's film school? Film school is going okay. We've had a couple lectures on Zoom and stuff. Whoops. Hi. Hello. I'm really sorry. I don't mean did that speak any of you? I hope not. We've had some like Zoom lectures, which has been interesting. Some like film history lectures. They just like send us, because usually we watch the film all together in like our cinema, School has 2 cinemas, which is really cool. So usually we'd like watch all of that and then like talk about it afterwards. So they're just sending us the link, then we're watching it, and then we're having like a Zoom sesh, and that's fine. I think it's more like, for us as a generation, we're like quite used to all of that stuff. It's just the older generations who teach, who are a bit like worrying if they're doing a good job, if it's engaging enough. And I can, like, they're doing a really good job to like so quickly have to, you know, get onto a completely different way of teaching. So I kind of feel proud of them. You kind of wanted to email them afterwards being like, you did a really good job, it's okay. And we had like a term meeting, and I felt so swish because I was starting minutes, so I felt very important, which is fun. Oh, and then we like sorted all of our units for our next term, and I'm like so like gassed that like the people I really wanted to work with asked me to work with them, so I was like, it was very exciting. Because like when you have people who you know are good at what they do, and then they're also really good friends, you're like, yes. And obviously my friends are your bias, but like, I don't know, I'm super excited. Everyone like, is like scramble, that kind of like you know, at school when you're like scrambling to get like your ideal sports team and you're really worried that like, of how it's gonna work and stuff. It's that kind of feeling. So we've got that sorted, which is interesting. I need to ask about the questions about the National Gallery and Portrait Gallery. I've completely forgotten about that. Ooh, Alexandra, I'm convinced all mothers love gardening. Mine hasn't left the garden the entirety of lockdown, and her rocket is now her prized possession. I had to think about what you meant by a rocket. I was like, you mean, wait, is rocket a herb? Rocket is a, am I being stupid? I've completely forgotten what rocket is. Rocket is salad, right? Rocket is salad. Does anyone else dream of like a massive allotment and some chickens when they're older? I definitely do. Did she walk past again? Did you guys think she's doing laps? I can't. Oh, my mother. Yeah, my mum probably is doing laps around the yes, rocket is salad. I am so. Can you see how my brain is deteriorating? Oh dear. Rocket is salad. Oh. Yeah, so my mother's planted potatoes. That's her baby. She loves potatoes. I think she may love potatoes more than she loves me at the moment. Oh gosh. Yeah, and then my mum is like claiming that her gardening is like her workout, and she's like, "Ooh, you know, I've been doing so much gardening." So I'm like, mum's been hitting that garden gym. Ooh, how's my running going? It was going really well, but like recently, every single run I've gone on, you've got worse. I'm just like, I don't understand. I do this like 1 5k that's like, because we live on a hill, so it's like this 1 5k that goes up the hill and then down the hill, and every single time I've run it, I've got worse. I'm like, this is not how this is supposed to happen. It's like before I did it and my time was something like, I don't know, for a kilometre. Per kilometre my time was like 5 something, and now it's increasing more and more to like 6 something, even 7 something. So I'm just like, why is this happening? So my brother was asking if maybe it's like inadequate recovery time or whatever, and I'm like, I don't think it is. I just think I'm getting like more emotionally, like mentally tired, and I'm just like, my body isn't coping. Like, I will fight you and to happily say that like running is like 60% mental, 40% physical. It's like, I don't understand how I can be so much worse. Oh my god, no, you're completely right. I can't. Monica has just made an incredibly fantastic point. Are you excited to see Harry in 2021? I was supposed to see him in Berlin, and now I'm seeing him the day before my 20th. Ooh, exciting, in March. Yeah, actually, maybe I can't go to Paris in April because I am still supposed to be seeing Harry Styles. My 5k sitting at a fat 6 minutes and 57 kilometers, so I can relate. It's so annoying, isn't it? You're meant to like think that the more you run, the better you get, but that's just not how that works. How can I be like worse than when you started? It's not what's meant to happen. And like, I know the muscles in my legs are like more toned. I have distinct muscles in my thighs now. I'm like, ooh, these are different. It's like, why am I getting worse? Yeah, maybe I can't go and fuck off to Paris for a month in April because I need to see Harry Styles. I could just come back for a weekend. Ha! And then I'll convince all of my friends, being like, you all need to come and spend a weekend with me in my will only be a tiny Parisian apartment, but like, could you imagine? We've always wanted a season of a vlog in Paris. Maybe we need to do that. I thought at length about going in like back in November about going to Paris just for like a few days on my own. I feel like I should have done that. Running? Who is she? Somebody who decided that maybe I need to look after the health of my heart and my lungs and my immune system. Oh dear. Oh, I know it's not even 9 o'clock, but I'm gonna pass out because of the heat. Peace out, y'all. I'm so happy that I'm up north still. So I can't imagine how you guys are coping if you guys are further down south. Oof. Hope you guys are doing okay in the heat wave. Also, if you, with the English need to look more to like how other countries that are just generally hot cope. So one thing is like, don't open your like shutters and curtains for most of the day, and then when it gets dark and night, then you open everything, stuff like that. Washing your feet in cold water is a really good one, which is just so like nice and calming. I can't explain it, but it really works. That's a weird one. Even if it's placebo. Even if it's placebo. Lol, I went to school with Harry's cousin. That's quite a funny one. I ordered this Harry Styles t-shirt, guys. Like this watermelon sugar t-shirt, and it still hasn't arrived. I'm gutted. It's like one of those ones that you know your kids will make when you're older. And you'll like be in the kitchen and they'll walk downstairs and they're like wearing it. Oh, what the fuck did you get that from? But I'm really looking forward to when it arrives. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We love a little bit of slightly more psychedelic Harry Styles, to be honest. Oh God, I'm so sad that we didn't get to see him. But then at the same time, if we'd seen Harry then, because I'm going with my friend, it would be over by now. So think about it. It's not a bad thing because now I get to like look forward to it more. But then I guess maybe that's less opportunities in a lifetime to see Harry Styles perform. We're going to reason it the other way because the other way is less depressing. It's so cold where I live. I'm sorry. At least it's not humid. I think the one thing I can't cope with is when it's humidity. Yeah, it's the humidity is like the awful thing, isn't it? Like the heat, I think we can all deal with like a certain level of heat. It's when it gets humid. I went on a run when it was like 80% humidity and I was like, none of the like sweat like evaporated off me, because when you've got no shit, what's it called? Like a no osmotic potential, like was it osmotic potential when it's the gradient of like your sweat doesn't like evaporate, it doesn't go anywhere. It's like, no, I'm gonna stay here because it's actually doing. Alice, also we're gonna think of it soon. I'm curious how you got your skin so nice. It's because you can't see. Can you see that because of the, nope, that's in the way, but this, yeah, I'm struggling. This is a constant struggle bus, and literally no matter what I do, I can't get rid of it. The rest of my face is fine. This is an absolute struggle bus, and thing is, because if I tell you this, you're never going to be able to unsee it. I realised almost every single Instagram picture of me, you only see this side of my face. Literally, if you go through, it's literally almost every single time, it's only this side of my face. So you very rarely actually see this side of my face, and it's not intentional, but like, yeah, this is an absolute struggle bus. No matter what I do, when I do picket it, when I don't picket it, when I have an incredibly strict regime, when I try and leave it and do absolutely nothing to my skin, it does nothing. I'm like, is it fungal acne? And I looked into that, and I don't think it is. I think it is classic hormonal acne. I love being a woman. I love when my reproductive system is like, hey, I'm gonna appear on your fucking face. How does that feel, bitch? Terrible. We drinking white wine, my friends. I know, one bad patch, but it's just like an incessant bad patch, and it is just classic hormonal acne. So like, I'm super happy my forehead is almost completely gone, which is really cool. How are your ordinary products working for you? I'm trying to get rid of those dark spots from the old acne, but I don't know what products to buy. So basically those dark spots, my friends, that's hyperpigmentation, but there are two kinds of hyperpigmentation. there is PIH and there's PIE. I think PIE is like post-inflammatory aura something. So you need to just look for, if it's acne spots, it's PIE. The other kind of hyperpigmentation is like, sort of like, is it like melasma? It's those dark spots from sun exposure. So what you want to look is for things that target PIE. And I bought for that from the Ordinary. So you can use vitamin C, you can use niacinamide, but I've got this, it's alpha-arbutin plus HA, so I'm using that in conjunction with the niacinamide. The thing with no, do not put lemons in your face. Mark says lemons get rid of dark spots. Absolutely do not, and I cannot stress this enough, guys. Do not do any of the skincare DIY things. You're not a formulator. While things like vitamin C, in principle, it works. They're put into formulations that then, you know, someone who spent their career doing this will do that. They'll put it in the right like concentrations and ratios. Do not put lemons or something like that straight onto you. There is a reason that Bella Thorne video was actually quite controversial, because like, you're microneedling yourself. Please don't do that. You're putting things that are not meant to go on your face. There is this whole like concept of like chemphobia, of like people being super like, you know, super like really phobic about chemicals. Yeah, don't burn yourself. Super duper like phobic about chemicals. Just because something is like, technically everything is chemicals. The concept of like chemicals is really a bit silly. Just because something is natural and organic doesn't necessarily mean that it is better for you. Like, think about it. If you're allergic to food, that's natural and organic, you're still going to get an allergic reaction to that. So if you have dark spots from like acne, you want to look into things for post-inflammatory. It's got like an E. I'll find it. I'll stick it in the chat for you. Post-inflammatory. Yeah, right. This is what it's called. I'll just stick it in the chat for you. If I can find one. Where is the live stream gone? All right, I've lost the live stream. Oh, there it is. Has the alpha-arbutin worked well for you? I would say it has. I think it's like sped up the process, because I basically still have like, just, you can't really see it. Oh, actually you can. You can just see like little sort of speckles almost. So that's still like where acne has been. Because it's like when you have like damaged capillaries, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for like a dermatologist for this, because I'm just like, this is just... Yeah, I know. If you stop having dairy, it clears your skin. That is one of the things. It's like dairy and sugar is said to contribute when you've got hormonal acne. It's just, I really love cheese. That's not going well. Hiram is where I learnt so much. That guy is amazing. Isn't he fantastic? Honestly, I think he's very good. He's very clear. The Beauty Within, I've said it before, they are so good. They break down the science. Which is why I've been really happy, obviously, that I did biology. It's kind of like, I really enjoyed my biology A-level, so I feel like to an extent this is me being able to like relive that a bit. Super. I just love skincare YouTube. Dairy has hormonal additives. It could be potentially why. Yeah, because I bought the niacinamide and it's been working wonders for texture and acne, but now it's just for hyperpigmentation left. Yeah, so we use the alpha-arbutin from The Ordinary. And then I think you can use retinol for acne. Ooh, 20% battery, that's not good. You can use, yeah, retinol for acne. And then vitamin C as well for like dealing with dark spots. We have book questions, because we have book questions. Ooh, in terms of, for like, because Josie says she tends to get spots on her neck and shoulders, very irritating. I have had that. Josie, I can tell you almost exactly what to do because I got rid of it. I used to have, you can see in like, if you just click on my everything I read in 2019 video, I always wear quite low cut tops. You can see how much acne I have. Like if I was wearing a bra, I would show you how like clear my skin is now. But yeah, but on that top you can see I've got spots everywhere. Like my acne on my chest was so bad, I didn't know what were just like what was a spot and what was like just like a sunspot or something. Like I didn't know. There is something like Epiclair, sort of blue thing from La Roche-Posay in the pump, a cleanser, that, and then from CeraVe, it's this thing for like dry, rough, bumpy skin, but it's got niacinamide in it, urea in it, ceramides in it as well, because ceramides are fats that like make up your skin barrier, so it replenishes them, which means that your skin retains a lot more moisture, and it got rid of almost all of them. I cannot stress how good it is, so I just leave it in the shower. I'll see if I can find it for you. I wrote this down, I have loads of notes, and I will eventually, when I make these videos, all of the notes and stuff, I'll just sort out the notes a little bit more, and then I'll put them on my website, because it'd just be so much easier. Got it. Here's my bit. Oh, and I've just been using the niacinamide as well. Here we go. I'll just put it in the chat for you. Oh no, I'm only allowed to use 200 characters. Oops. Okay, those are my notes on how you get rid of it on your chest. It's honestly, it's like gone. It's amazing. And also the thing is, because your like body isn't as, your skin on your body isn't as sensitive as it is on your face, you can use like different ingredients that you maybe can't tolerate on your face as much, or as much in like high amounts. And also I think your body, the skin on your body turns over at a way slower rate than on your face, so you just have to like stick with it, but it definitely does work. Yeah, so have you mentioned that? Because I managed to like get rid of it. I can't get yeah, I've still got loads of acne on my back, but ooh, Jesus Christ, that fucking fly scared the shit out of me. But also I can't see the acne on my back, so I don't really care as much. There's only one specific scenario that I think maybe it would bother me, but usually in that one scenario, I'm already occupied and never mind, I'm not gonna go there, that's just too not PG. Anyway. Have you thought about the names of your future children? Brackets super effing random lol. So I know what I want to call my firstborn daughter, and this is like non-negotiable, and I will like fight my baby daddy on this. Like, I have a name. I know what I would name probably all of my, like, if I had 3 girls, I feel like I know what I would name them. That scenario. Grace got it. Well, like, think about it. I feel like that's the only time it would actually like, bother me, but then I'm a bit preoccupied, so I don't really care. Oh dear. Yeah, I have. So I have like my one absolute non-negotiable name, to the point where I don't want to tell my friends because I don't want them to steal my name. A couple of my friends do though, so it's not like the weirdest thing ever. I don't know, as girls are we like maybe conditioned to think about that. But I have like no say on boys' names actually. I really loved the boy named Raphael, but now one of my tutors is called Raphael, and like I could never like name this baby that, because then I'm just gonna think of my tutor. Raphael's a great guy, like he's a really, really good, he's a Polish film director, but he's just such a character that I'm like, it doesn't work, can't do it anymore. Will we get another lockdown vlog at some point? Yeah, I'd say so. I think I was gonna do one this week, but then like, my dad's name is Raphael. Who knows, maybe it's your dad. I'd like to think so, we should do that. Just doing a vlog. How are all of your plants doing? Did you bring them home from London or are they all dead now? So honestly, if it is your dad, that'd be like the funniest thing ever. What else? Yeah, I have one name. I keep putting my hair up and then looking at it, and then I'm like, it looks crap, and I'm taking it down, and then it becomes too warm again. Right, I'm gonna open the door. Right, so the door is locked. Where's the key? This is not the right key. This is the right key. The key is not stuck in the lock? What? For God's sake. Please hold. Mama! Mama, kan du... Mama? 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 Not you.
As long as you...
Ja, kom even. Nee, zo, anders. Zo. Dus ik heb deze opengekregen, maar deze niet.
When you can't open the door, you lift it.
This around. Thank you, Mama.
Piece of tree.
Yeah, that was definitely Louis. Okay, got it. If in doubt, Mummy will fix it. Did you just step on a cat? No, just so yeah, normally I'll make a far the door is shuts doors. Anyone else have a problem? Fresh air. Do 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 do. If in doubt, get Mummy to fix it. Room of your rooms you are in at the Mo by any chance? Did we get an answer on the plant question? No, you didn't. So my dad says the plants are fine and that he's watered them every week, but I am, as you can imagine, intensely skeptical. Like, intensely skeptical. So I really don't know how the plants are doing. I believe my father is lying, so we will. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. If ever I get back to London, because I put some of my plants in the same place, but I didn't put all of them in the same place, and I don't think it is where they all are. So I don't think, guys, I'm not being very optimistic. If I go back and any of my plants have survived, I'm assuming Sebastian will survive. You'll know he's a Bolivian silver torch. He's a cactus. He should be fine. My ZZ plant should be fine. ZZ plants can go for they're an Ethiopian plant. I think they can go 4 months without any water, so they should be fine because it has been 4 months. It's been 16 weeks. Oh, Sarah is fucked. My string of hearts is fucked. My string of pearls is fucked. My Melody should be fine. I still don't know what kind of cactus Melody is, but she should be totally fine. So I don't know. I'm not particularly optimistic. But we will find out. Guys don't know, I have this thing called Letterboxd. It's basically like Goodreads but for films, and you can make lists on there. So I have a list of films on there of things they recommended. So I highly recommend checking that out. But I've only put things on there that I hadn't already watched, but I haven't seen already, and actually ones that I quite liked. So I haven't put every single thing on there because I haven't necessarily enjoyed every single thing that we've watched. But yeah, I highly recommend just checking that out. I think, because I want to do a video actually on like a movie marathon of like everything you should watch, like just a movie marathon of like watching for 24 hours things you should watch according to film school. I think one of the most important, like one of the really good recommendations we got was There Will Be Blood, which I've never seen, and I really want to watch it. I kind of really want to save it for that video, so I'm looking forward to it. So I just need to go do that. But then the classics, like the classics are always going to be The Godfather. Still seems to be like everyone's favourite film, which is that's not news, but highly recommend. Obviously, you know, watch Pulp Fiction, watch The Shining, basically watch any of Kubrick's films, and that is just always an education in and of itself. For like, if you just go through one of those like best movie of all time lists, there are some absolute crackers on there. So, you know, give yourself cinematic education. I also have a list on Letterboxd of, you know, it's my cinema list of like, you know, really good things. Ooh, watch Uncut Gems. It's on Netflix. That is a good film. That's such a good film. That's a very good film. Me. You guys are VV chatty today. It's quite nice, actually. Have you watched any of Herzog's movies? No. I haven't. I know. But you know when people like tell you constantly to do something, and then because people are always like constantly telling you to do it, it kind of like, it like weirdly puts you off for some reason. Is there a name for that phenomenon? Phenomenon. The fact that my English has improved so much, now I can literally talk to you, and even be joking like, girl, a year ago I could barely understand half of your vlogs. That's so nice. Our language is so like, isn't learning language like one of the best things, because it gives you so much more access to like just so many people in like such a fun way. That's great. Watch Sipna. Suave. Italian. That kind of worked. That wasn't the classiest I wanted it to be, but it still worked. That did not almost fall over. Where's the lid gone? Here it is. My thighs might be strong, but I am not more flexible than I was before. Now I'm slightly dizzy. Pray for Emma's plutes. I hope they're okay. I'm gonna be devastated if not. Alice, I meant tour, not your of the current setup or your current bedroom, not in a creepy way, just nosy. We're in the dining room again, my friends. We're in the dining room because everyone else is in the living room. Because the Wi-Fi doesn't get to my bedroom. So I would very much love to be able to film my bedroom, but I can't. I'll live stream in my bedroom, but I can't. Django Unchained. Class film. Absolute class film. I highly recommend if you guys haven't seen that. I've seen that probably too many times at this point. Have you seen 1917? Still no, and I really want to watch it on a big screen. I don't want to watch it on a little screen. It's kind of how I felt about Dunkirk. You've got a very lovely home. Thank you. This is arguably like the nicest, like, don't be fooled though, our house isn't like this consistently nice. This is arguably the nicest room in the house. I don't get how it's still daytime over there in England and the sun is setting over here in Argentina. That's impressive. I have to say that's quite impressive. It's 9 o'clock here. We had the summer solstice a few days ago and I was really like sad. I was so sad because it just made me feel like almost like the summer is gone and it's all gonna get darker again and I haven't been able to make the most of it in any way. Which is super sad. But I'm not gonna get hung up about that. Yesterday I watched Fargo. It was amazing. Fargo is such a good film. It's such a good film. The Coen brothers, are just fantastic. Watch Fargo, watch No Country for Old Men. Again, you can't go wrong with that as a film. God, it's so good. And then we always get such like stick for whenever we make any of our scripts quote unquote literary. But then you read the Coen brothers and you're like, but their scripts are like the most fucking literary thing ever. And then you get the argument of like, when you're a screenwriter versus when you're a writer-director, you do... Please. When you're like a screenwriter versus when you're a writer-director, you have very different, like arguably very different styles. Like you might not have almost the jurisdiction to start writing notes about like music or camera angles, where as like a writer-director you can. And then I guess it just depends like what script you're at. Ooh, is this better style than what I keep doing? Yes. Scrunchy. Oh, I'm so super frizzy though. I filmed a video earlier. I did an episode of Casual Cooking. And the frizz is like unfathomable. I don't cope well with the humidity. It's like Monica in Friends all over again. Have you ever been to Portugal, been interested in learning Portuguese? I've never been to Portugal. And I tried to do a little bit of Spanish, but I haven't ever done any Portuguese. My boyfriend at the time was learning a lot of Portuguese. So like, I don't know if that put me off it, but I was like, maybe I should learn Spanish first. So I've like heard a lot of Portuguese because I've done a fair bit of like Brazilian cinema and stuff. It's just Portuguese is so interesting because it sounds so different to like any other Romance language. So that's just like, Portuguese sounds really interesting, and it's one of those things if you don't know it's like even like a European language, you're like, what are this? Portuguese is really interesting. Spanish is easy. My friend's Spanish grammar textbook was half the size of my French grammar textbook, so I'm quite inclined to believe that, to be honest. I watched the new Eurovision film that came out today. Highly recommend it. I would like to watch a film on Eurovision, actually. That sounds quite funky. I think that was like just in my... I'm pretty sure that just came up on my feed. Branding! This is usually when I do this voice that I cut it out of video and now I can't stop. I brought all my plants back with me from uni because they would have thought I had that. That was absolutely the responsible adult parent thing to do with your plants. That was definitely the parent thing to do. That's just unfortunately what happened in my case, but you've done very well. Did you ever do gymnastics or ballet? I did ballet when I was teeny weeny. And my parents loved to tell the story of how everyone else was very like little and delicate and I just stomped around because I had absolutely no sense of coordination or like a delicacy. Yeah, Emma a ballerina, not a chance, not a chance. I always recommend it because it's my favourite and just great, but Pride 2014 is so worth the watch for the 80s music alone. I have that on the... Right, anyway. I have that on like quite a few of my watch lists and I've been meaning to watch it for ages. It's just one of those that you just keep forgetting to watch. I think we all have those films, but that one's definitely been on my radar for a while. Do you like the Before series with Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy? Oh my god, I watched Before Sunrise for the first time like a month ago now, and I still haven't recovered emotionally. I really haven't. Like, I really haven't, and it's so cheesy, but I so haven't. This isn't a painting, this is a photograph of my mother's my grandmother grew up in the Congo, and then they were also in, so I think they lived in the village near Antwerp where my family from, her side of family from, and then they lived in Paris and they also lived in the Congo. So that's that lady wearing what I can only describe as a very impressive, almost like full-length fur coat. So I'm wondering where that as a family heirloom has gone. But I have already called familial dibs on this photograph because I don't think my siblings seem to know who this lady is, but she's what I can only describe as serving absolute looks. So I don't know how to do it. Yeah, Before Sunrise. It's honestly like, if you guys haven't seen it, I so recommend it. It's such a cheesy thing, and I put this on my letterbox like review of it. It kind of feels like those first conversations you have with somebody when you're like falling in love for the first time, or like getting to know them for the first time. And like I guess the strengths of the film is that those are conversations we've all been having. It's like, you know, when you meet someone for the first time and you start having this conversation about like, ooh, what is love, and what is marriage, and all this. It's kind of like conversations. Obviously with like from like a really heterosexual point of view. But you know, Jesse and Celine are top tier heterosexuals, so they're fine. It's just one of those things that you can like always continue to relate to. That film's like 25 years old, and it resonated so much with me, and clearly with so many people, as to why it's like a cult classic at this point. It's very sweet, and it's like, it's so nice, and it's just great. And it's just one of those films where like the dialogue is honestly quite exceptional, in the fact that I don't think it's dramatic and it's overdone, and it's very, the film stays, I think I said it before, is a cop out to say its strengths and its subtleties. It's a great film. I highly recommend it. I need to recover before I watch the next one, but that one was so great. Have you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? You bet your ass I have. Oh my god, that, and I cannot stress this enough, I feel like that series shaped an entire generation, and I mean, come on, let's be fucking real here. Is there anywhere in cinema, just in watching of anything, in like TV as well, in all of TV and cinema, is there a better redemption arc than Zuko? I will fucking fight you on this. Like, there isn't. There is. Zuko's redemption arc. Just so well written. His characters are so rounded and nuanced, and they show the good and the bad, and like, so well done. Always consistently so well done. And also the animation is just great, and it's just really enjoyable. And it explains really complex things to a young audience in a really, you know, empathetic and considerate way, and I just think it's great, and it's shaped a lot of how I think, and I think it does make you very empathetic, and it does sort of show that it's not just good people versus bad people, that even if you are a good person or a bad person, you always will have the capability to be either good or bad. Like, I think it's so important, and especially right now, like, there is no such thing as with the whole Jenna Marbles thing, like, there is no such thing as like someone who is completely unproblematic, and like, there is no one person who is always consistently good, and we all fuck up, and sometimes we all say stuff that like we're like, oh shit, and I think we always, you know, need to be allowed to breathe and evolve as people. So I guess it just shows a more nuanced view as well, because I think it's not really that good of an idea to like put people into like a pole, like, what is it, that binary of, or you're good or you're bad, or you're like unproblematic fave, or you're like cancelled, because I think we seem to only have those two extremes, like with online culture, like online influence culture. Yeah, that's why one of the things I think Avatar is so good, is because it gives you a very nuanced look into the characters, and as a result it makes them just so much more human and real. And I think we're very influenced by, you know, TV and film to think that the good guys are the bad guys, and if you do one bad thing, that you're suddenly a bad person, which isn't necessarily true and stuff. Zuko didn't deserve Iroh. He really didn't. Like, I think, and also it's almost like because Zuko didn't deserve Iroh, that he just needed him so much more. But obviously remember that Iroh, like, he still like led the like campaigns and stuff, and was still like warmongering, and was still like, you know, a general, and like caused so many people's like death and suffering. So it's almost like Zuko, that Iroh needed Zuko to like in a way redeem himself and like the way that he feels like a failure as a father for the death of his own son. So I think Iroh and Zuko absolutely needed each other. I think Zuko, like most teenagers are, don't appreciate the like parental figure as much as they should, and don't necessarily like, the world didn't deserve Iroh, the world didn't deserve Iroh. But when you're a teenager, you always see like, oh, I hate my parents were. I'd like to think that as Zuko gets older, he will love and appreciate Iroh even more, and you know, for the unconditional love that Iroh gave him, because that's I think the most important thing, was that Zuko got unconditional love and support even when he was a little bitch, which he didn't get from his own parents. So I literally could have written my entire dissertation on like Avatar Last Airbender. Like, that series is like a soft spot in my heart. I'm like, do any of you watch Ashley Best Dressed? Because she mentioned this in like her like a recent Q&A that she did. She said she really wanted to be tough. I think you all can probably guess that if I was bending Elliot, I hit myself in the face. If I was bending Ellie, I miss my friends so much. I'm just like accidentally saying their names. I would high key. Actually, you know what? What do you all think that like if I was going to be bending Ellie, oh my god, I'm losing my mind. If I would bend any element, did I say it again? I don't know if I did. What element do you guys think that I would be bending? I think I'm gonna wait to see what you say because I'm quite interested in this. If you want a good series recommendation, there's a Belgian series on Netflix called Into the Night. Ooh, blood bending. That got dark. So good, really intense, but a good way. In a good way, and the filming set is amazing. Ooh, I will look into that. Belgium has a lot of really good TV series though. They have a lot of like, some like Scandi-esque dramas and some like very like intense dramas. Definitely water. Ooh, interesting. I like that I've clearly projected that I'd be a waterbender because Belgium do a lot of really good TV. Like really good TV. Yeah, and kind of more like a Scandi-esque, but like, kind of like a little bit grittier sort of thing. There's this thing, like Water Presents, there's a lot of them, like someone mentioned, I think Josie mentioned it. But they do also like a lot of like, the one that Mum was watching recently and then we just sort of stopped because it was a bit too intense, was about like sex, crimes and stuff. Because Belgium has, well I know it's quite a few red light districts and stuff. I don't know if the law is different in Belgium as it is in Holland as it is in the UK. So I've got blood, water, and let's all be honest, air is the OP element. See, I would definitely always have said that I would be a firebender, absolutely. Because Alice is stubborn and determined, maybe an earthbender. So what you don't see, obviously, is that sometimes when I lose my shit, use it quite badly. And I've been called by many a person intimidating, terrifying, and scary. Which, as you can imagine, I do quite enjoy. So I personally think I would be a firebender is the light flickering because the ghost disagrees with me. Do I like Pirates of the Caribbean? I absolutely love Pirates of the Caribbean. That is a fantastic series. Very indulgent, very fun, very well coordinated. I watched Beyonce's Homecoming when she headlined at Coachella a couple of years ago. And I just watched it, it's so good. I can't believe it took me so long to watch it, but like every like element of that as a production is just so coordinated. Like extending to the filming and the editing and every single part of it is just so well done. And there were so many cuts in it because it's sort of like two times that she did the performance. Once she's in yellow and once everyone's in pink. So there are a lot of cuts between the pink performance and the yellow performance. And some of those cuts are just, you cannot see them, and I had to rewind it a few times to like try and see where like the cut is, but like it's called a blind cut, which is what 1917 does. It's just so good because you just can't tell. It's just like, oh, this is so well done. Oh, just like, you know when you get to appreciate craft. Like sometimes at school we like to talk about craft and like objectively it's the most wanky thing ever. If you was like listen in and be like, oh, this is a bunch of like wannabe filmmakers talking about craft, but like it is very wanky. But like sometimes you just want to appreciate it as like a discipline, and you're like, oh, this is just well done. That was really good. A lot of you asking what I'm watching recently. What have I been watching? I spent like 1 week where I just didn't leave my room and basically spent all day in bed because I was watching stuff. I watched the Jeffrey Epstein documentary series on Netflix.